Welcome to another episode of Signals from the Inside. I'm your host, Maisie Lovett. This is a space where we decode the symptoms no one else can explain so you can finally spot it, stop it, and shift it. Because as always, your body is always communicating through signals from the inside. On today's episode, we are going to talk about how to heal perfectionism without losing your drive. If you constantly feel pressure to get things right, or you struggle to show up unless it's perfect, this is for you. Perfectionism is often a protection pattern. It's not a personality trait. It's not something you were just born with. This is what I have to do. And there are such things as generational trauma. So you may have come into this world and your parents may be telling you, oh my gosh, you were always like this since you were a baby. It's not a personality trait. It's a protection pattern. You can pick up protection patterns in the womb. You can pick up protection patterns from generations. So take a look at your family, look at the women in the line of your family, and see where does that line come down. So let's look at, though, some root examples of where this comes from, how this often starts, whether you made mistakes and those mistakes led to criticism or harsh responses, whether achievement became tied to your worth or failure didn't make you feel emotionally safe. Nobody let you fail. Something happened. There was a repercussion if you failed. And if you also grew up in a space where there was pressure to perform, pressure to be perfect, pressure to make only A's and B's, all straight A's, whatever the case is. This is going to ripple effect into different areas of your life. So you might see yourself in relationships as the person who is always doing something for everybody, taking care of it all, not being able to ask for help. We see that a lot in clients who come through. They're not asking for support in their business, their relationship, or anything, because asking for help meant a sign of weakness. You couldn't do it yourself. It also shows up in spaces where it's hard to receive support, and even in some cases receive criticism or redirection. That's another thing. And I was this person. I had to shift my way of thinking that when somebody criticized me, it was not a place of intentionally harming me or making me feel a certain way. It was in a way to redirect and help me grow. Once I adopted that belief, that helped me move forward. So body signs that this could come through: tension. It could show up as procrastination or overworking. So maybe there's some things on your to-do list you've been putting off. It can show up through burnout. I see this for a lot of my business owners who get burnout doing all the things, and they're afraid to ask for help. They're afraid to put those responsibilities on other people. It could even go into anxiety before making a post. That sounds really silly, but it's true. It happens. Or even before launching something in your business or program or something like that. And there might be a difficulty finishing things. Maybe you're the type of person who either half-asses it to get something done and complete, but then you struggle to go back and refine it. So it could be that, or it could be that you've made everything perfect so far, nothing feels perfect now, so we just completely cut it off and stop. And again, as always, go with what resonates with you. All right, so how do we heal this? How do we heal this wound? Number one, we create safe, imperfect action. Post a fucking video. Post a damn post. Send the email. Finish the task before it feels perfect. This teaches your body that I can survive imperfection. I can feel the tension rising. I can feel the anxiety and the pitter-patter of the heart. Do it anyway. Practice doing safe, imperfect action. The only way that you're going to get better at doing something is if you repeat the pattern and you keep progressing. Never perfection, always progression. All right, number two, track pressure instead of productivity. So what you really want to do is ask yourself, what kind of pressure am I putting on myself right now? If I put this deadline there, or I put this certain pressure to be perfect, what pressure am I putting on myself for this? What am I expecting on the back end? Number three, reduce the stakes. So every your body is going to act like everything is a life or death situation. So if you practice saying, this does not determine my worth, that can help. But reduce the stakes. Does my client expect me to be perfect? Does my partner expect me to be perfect? Do my kids expect me to be perfect? What am I showing this person when I'm not perfect? That I'm freaking human. All right, but come up with something that helps you to reduce the stakes for yourself. Number 4, celebrate. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate the completion, not just the perfection, because I know you're going to do that anyway. Celebrate when something is done, that it's safe to be done. Your nervous system needs that type of evidence that it's safe to be done. And number 5, let yourself be seen while still growing. Something that one of my coaches used to tell me all the time was build the plane while you're flying it. Stop trying to make sure everything is perfect. Stop going over all the manual and the to-do list and everything every single day to make sure it's perfect. Build the plane while you fly it. Let yourself be seen while you're still growing. And let me tell you, people will honor that. People who support you will say yes for that. When I launched my new when I not launched my new membership space, Woman in the Room, I invited people in and I was nervous to charge for it because I had never done this before. We're going to build the plane while we're flying it. And I let them know I'm not perfect in this. I'm not trying to become flawless in this. I am trying to gather feedback and support so that I can make this better. And let me tell you, everybody who joined freaking loved it. They were all hands on deck. The final piece that I want you to hear from me today, if you hear nothing else, if you do nothing else, is that perfectionism is often your body just trying to avoid judgment or avoid shame or avoid rejection. So if you can get down to those wounds that are deeper underneath, you can make it so much better to heal the wound, and it makes sense. Because if I'm trying to avoid judgment, does this person even belong in my space, in my circle? If I'm trying to avoid shame or rejection, does this person's opinion matter? Am I going to hang out with them on the weekend and take their advice for everything? Probably not. As always, if perfectionism is something that's keeping you stuck or hiding in your business or overworking in your business or even burning out, this is exactly the type of nervous system work that we do together and we decode inside of a stress map. So I invite you to DM me. I invite you to DM me map. Let's talk about it. Let's go over the symptoms and the signals that your body is trying to communicate to you that need to be spotted, stopped, and shifted. As always, if you love the content that I'm putting out, give me a like, give me a share, hit subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side.